Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet forest, the air cool and crisp, sunlight filtering through the leaves in soft, dappled patterns. You're holding a heavy bag stuffed to the brim with things you've carried for years, old receipts, forgotten trinkets, clothes that no longer fit, worries about what others think, and a nagging sense that you're never quite doing enough. The weight presses into your shoulders, and you realize you're tired. Not just physically, but deep in your soul. You want to walk lighter, to feel free, to live a life that feels like it's truly yours. But how? In the rush of modern life, where every day feels like a race to earn more, spend more, and keep up, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. You're not alone in this. So many of us feel overwhelmed by the noise, the clutter, and the endless pressure to have it all. But what if there was a way to step back, to save more? Not just money, but time, energy, and peace. And to live a life that feels richer, not because of what you own, but because of how you choose to live. Today, I want to share with you the Japanese secrets to save more money and live a better life, drawing from the timeless philosophy of Mottainai, a concept that invites us to cherish what we have, waste less, and find abundance in simplicity. This isn't just about pinching pennies or cutting corners. It's about rethinking your relationship with money, possessions, and even yourself, so you can create a life that's intentional, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. Let's start with Mottainai. The word itself is beautiful, almost poetic, carrying a sense of gentle regret for waste. It's a term rooted in Japanese culture, often tied to Buddhist principles of respect and mindfulness. At its core, Mottainai means "what a waste," a quiet exclamation you might hear when someone throws away food that's still good, discards a perfectly usable item, or overlooks the potential in something simple. But it's more than a phrase. It's a way of seeing the world. Mottainai asks you to pause and recognize the value in everything, every resource, every moment, every opportunity. It's about honoring the effort that went into creating something, whether it's the farmer who grew your vegetables, the artisan who crafted your favorite mug, or even your own hard-earned money. In a world that pushes you to buy more, upgrade constantly, and chase the next shiny thing, Mottainai is a radical act of gratitude and restraint. It whispers, "You already have enough. How can you make the most of it?" Now picture your life as it is today. Maybe your bank account feels like it's leaking, with small purchases here and there adding up faster than you'd like. Maybe your home is crowded with things you don't use, clothes you haven't worn in years, gadgets gathering dust, subscriptions you forgot to cancel. Or maybe it's not just physical clutter, but mental clutter, worries about keeping up with trends, guilt over not saving enough, or a vague sense that you're wasting your potential. These are the burdens of modern life, and they're heavy. The average person is bombarded with thousands of advertisements every day, each one nudging you to spend, to want, to believe that happiness lies in the next purchase. But here's the truth. Every time you buy something you don't need, you're not just spending money. You're spending your time, your energy, and your freedom. The hours you work to earn that money, gone. The space in your home, taken. The mental clarity you crave, clouded. This is where Mottainai steps in, offering a way to break free from this cycle and reclaim what's yours. So how does Mottainai help you save more money and live better? Let's explore the tangible benefits first. By embracing this philosophy, you start to see waste everywhere, not in a judgmental way, but as an opportunity to do better. You notice the half-eaten meal you could have saved for lunch tomorrow, the impulse buy you didn't really need, the unused gym membership draining your account. Each of these is a small leak in your financial boat, and Mottainai teaches you to plug them. When you value what you have, you spend more intentionally. You buy less, but you buy better, choosing quality over quantity, items that last over those that break or go out of style. This isn't about deprivation, it's about abundance. By wasting less, you free up money to save, to invest, or to spend on experiences that truly enrich your life, like a trip with loved ones, or a course that sparks your passion. Over time, these small shifts add up. Studies show that mindful spending can increase savings by 10 to 20% without feeling like a sacrifice, because you're not cutting out joy, you're cutting out waste. but the benefits go far beyond your wallet. Mottainai brings clarity to your mind and peace to your soul. When you stop chasing more, you start appreciating what's already in front of you. Your home feels lighter as you let go of things that no longer serve you. Your schedule opens up as you say no to commitments that don't align with your values. Your relationships deepen as you focus on presence over presence. There's a story I love about a woman named Aiko, who lived in a small apartment in Tokyo. She used to fill her space with trendy clothes and gadgets, thinking they'd make her happy. But she felt trapped, always working to afford more. One day, inspired by Mott, a course that sparks your passion. Over time, these small shifts add up. Studies show that mindful spending can increase savings by 10 to 20% without feeling like a sacrifice, because you're not cutting out joy, you're cutting out waste. But the benefits go far beyond your wallet. Mottainai brings clarity to your mind and peace to your soul. When you stop chasing more, you start appreciating what's already in front of you. Your home feels lighter as you let go of things that no longer serve you. Your schedule opens up as you say no to commitments that don't align with your values. Your relationships deepen as you focus on presence over presence. There's a story I love about a woman named Aiko who lived in a small apartment in Tokyo. She used to fill her space with trendy clothes and gadgets, thinking they'd make her happy. But she felt trapped, always working to afford more. One day, inspired by Mottainai, she decided to change. She began repairing her old clothes instead of buying new ones, cooking simple meals with what she had, and saving the money she would have spent. Within a year, she'd paid off her debt, started a small garden, and felt a sense of freedom she hadn't known in years. Her life wasn't perfect, but it was hers, intentional, grounded, and full of small joys. Aiko's story shows us that Mottainai isn't about having less. It's about making room for more of what matters. Let's contrast this with the habits many of us fall into. Think about the last time you bought something on a whim, a flashy gadget, a sale item you didn't love, or even a coffee you didn't really want. How long did the thrill last? An hour? A day? Compare that to the lasting satisfaction of using something you already own in a new way, like repurposing a jar into a vase or turning leftovers into a delicious meal. The first path, mindless consumption, keeps you on a treadmill, always running but never arriving. The second path, Mottainai, grounds you in the present, where you find contentment in what you have. It's the difference between a life of scarcity, where you're always wanting, and a life of sufficiency, where you're already whole. So, how do you start living this way? The beauty of Mottainai is that it's simple, but it's not always easy. It requires awareness, intention, and a willingness to let go of old habits. Let's break it down into practical steps you can begin today. First, take stock of what you have. This means physically and mentally. Walk through your home and notice what's there. Open your closets, your fridge, your bank statements. Ask yourself, what do I use regularly? What's just taking up space? What could I repurpose or repair? Write down your findings, not to judge yourself, but to see clearly. This exercise alone can be eye-opening. One person I know discovered they had 6 pairs of scissors scattered around their house. 6. They laughed, gave away 4, and felt lighter already. Next, practice mindful consumption. Before you buy something, pause and ask, do I need this? Will it add value to my life? Can I make do with what I have? This isn't about saying no to everything, it's about saying yes to what matters. If you love coffee, keep buying that morning latte if it brings you joy, but maybe skip the extra snack you don't really want. If you need a new jacket, invest in one that's durable and timeless, not a trendy piece you'll toss next season. To make this easier, try the 30-day rule. If you want something non-essential, wait 30 days. If you still want it, consider buying it. More often than not, the urge passes. Third, embrace creative reuse. Mottainai is all about seeing potential where others see waste. Got a shirt with a stain? Cut it into cleaning rags, leftover vegetables, make a soup, an old bookshelf, paint it and turn it into a plant stand. This step is fun and empowering, It's like a treasure hunt in your own home. There's a Japanese practice called kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold, making it more beautiful for its flaws. Think of your possessions this way: imperfect, but full of possibility. Challenge yourself to repurpose one item this week and see how it feels. Fourth, track your waste. For 1 month, keep a small notebook or app where you jot down anything you throw away: food, packaging, money on unused subscriptions. Don't judge yourself, just observe. At the end of the month, look for patterns. Maybe you're tossing out produce because you buy too much. Maybe you're spending on apps you don't use. Use this insight to make small changes, like shopping with a list or canceling one subscription. These tweaks are like Kaizen, another Japanese concept of continuous incremental improvement. They're small, but they compound. Fifth, cultivate gratitude. Mottainai is rooted in respect, and respect starts with appreciation. Each day, take a moment to thank the things in your life. It sounds simple, but it's profound. Thank your shoes for carrying you through the day. Thank your meal for nourishing you. Thank your paycheck for giving you choices. This practice shifts your mindset from lack to abundance, making it easier to save and spend wisely. Try writing down 3 things you're grateful for each night. Over time, you'll notice a quiet joy creeping into your days. Now let's address the challenges. Change is hard, especially when society rewards excess. You might feel resistance. Maybe you're tempted by a sale, or you worry what others will think if you stop buying the latest trends. That's okay. Acknowledge the feeling, but don't let it steer you. Remind yourself why you're doing this: for clarity, for freedom, for a life that feels like yours. If you slip up and buy something impulsively, don't beat yourself up. Mottainai isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Reflect on what happened, learn from it, and keep going. Another challenge is time. Repurposing or repairing takes effort, and you're busy. Start small: 1 item, 1 meal, 1 choice at a time. You'll be surprised how quickly these habits become second nature. To make this real, let's imagine a scenario. Meet Sarah, a 30-something professional who feels stretched thin. Her apartment is cluttered, her savings are stagnant, and she's always stressed about money. One day, she stumbles across Mottainai and decides to try it. She starts by auditing her spending and realizes she's spending $100 a month on takeout she doesn't even enjoy. She cuts back, cooking simple meals with what's in her pantry, saving $80 a month. She declutters her closet, donating clothes she doesn't wear, and repurposing an old scarf into a headband. She cancels a streaming service she rarely uses, adding another $15 to her savings. These small acts make her feel in control. She starts repairing things: a torn bag, a wobbly chair, instead of replacing them. 6 months later, Sarah has saved $1,200. Her home feels calmer, and she's proud of her resourcefulness. She's not rich, but she's richer in ways that matter. Sarah's story isn't unique. You can do this too. Mottainai also connects to other Japanese philosophies that deepen its impact. Take wabi-sabi, the art of finding beauty in imperfection. When you embrace wabi-sabi alongside Mottainai, you stop chasing flawless, expensive things and start cherishing what's real. A chipped mug that holds your morning tea, a worn book that tells a story. Or consider ikigai, your reason for being. By wasting less, you free up resources to pursue what lights you up, whether it's a hobby, a cause, or time with loved ones. These concepts weave together, creating a tapestry of intentional living that's both practical and profound. As you step into this way of living, you'll notice something remarkable. The less you waste, the more you have, not just money, but space, time, and energy. Your home becomes a sanctuary, not a storage unit. Your finances become a tool for freedom, not a source of stress. Your mind quiets, no longer cluttered by the need to keep up. You start to see beauty in the small things: a meal shared with friends, a walk in the park, a moment of stillness. This is the better life Mottainai promises. Not a life of more, but a life of enough. So where do you begin? Right now, take a deep breath and look around you. What's one thing you can do today to honor what you have? Maybe it's using up the food in your fridge before buying more. Maybe it's fixing something instead of tossing it. Maybe it's simply pausing to appreciate what's in your hands. Whatever it is, let it be your first step. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small, stay curious, and trust that each step brings you closer to a life that's simpler, richer, and truly yours. As you move forward, carry Mottainai with you like a gentle reminder. Value what you have, waste less, and live with intention. The forest is waiting, and the path is yours to walk. Unload that heavy bag, step lightly, and discover the freedom of a life well lived. What will you do with the abundance you already hold?